welcome back to another episode of Phenom Talk. Today, I will be continuing my themes on freedom and responsibility in life. So, a few weeks ago, about a month or two ago, I was having coffee with some friends, and they were talking about their dreams deferred and the things they wanted to do but couldn't do. And we're using reality to justify this. Like, you have bills to pay, you have things to do, you can't just go off and be artsy or follow your passions, you have to live in the real world. And I just think it's really interesting because, like, you make your world, and people really have this idea that there's just one way to do things, and it's the boring way to do things. And if you want to go do things in that fun way of life where you get to achieve your dreams or do the things you love, it's only for a select few. And it's so rare and so hard to get that it's just not worth even pursuing at all in the slightest. And I just can't, never mind agree with it. I think the idea of being rational in this case omits a lot of how life really works. Because you can make choices. And especially in today's world. I mean, look at this right now. I have like one or two people who might see this at this point. But all YouTube channels start somewhere, and this could be a huge channel one day that could have hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers. This could be something that changes my life. And everyone has a phone, everyone has internet. So like, if you wanted, like, you could make a channel about like glasses. If you were just like obsessed with glasses and thought glasses were the coolest thing ever, and you just wanted to talk about the history of like eyeglasses and all the different companies and issues with optometry, or like whatever branched into, whether it went more sciencey or more fashion, you could do it. Like, there is absolutely nothing stopping you. And okay, we can say, well, not everyone's going to have some hit YouTube channel. And that's true, but it's also like, it takes a lot less than you think to, well, there's a few things. It takes a lot less than you think to like make a life out of this or get the results you want, say financially. There's so many people with millions of followers and huge YouTube channels that you've never heard of, and they're out there doing their thing. Like, the world is big. But also, like, I've just made a few videos, like I have 2 subscribers, but it's fun. It's already made me feel so much more alive and have a much deeper sense of agency in life, and just have something new to look forward to. German 3, glorious bastards. And having something new to look forward to is an awesome thing. And okay, many of us, I'm in my 30s, grew up with internet, but it was just starting to be something where like regular people had access to it. Not the way it is today, but even aside from that, so okay, I'm talking about the freedom and options and opportunity you have with social media, right? It takes some time and some work and some grit, but you can do something with it. But even then, like, I just don't get when people never try for the thing they want, or completely like push it out of their lives, like when it's like, oh, they can't do it professionally. Usually it's arts or sports. I think I've talked about this before. Even in a few videos, I'm repeating myself. But usually it's arts or sports, the kind of dreams you have when you're a kid, and then, people talk you out of them. There's no reason you can't have them in your life. Like, I have friends who are pissed that they could never be a musician or a rock star. And it's like, nothing's stopping you from writing an album and just playing and, going to open mics, putting it out on SoundCloud. Like, it's interesting to see the difference between people who just look at the world and say, oh, I can't do that, and don't like try it all. Never mind making it big, like just have it in their life, versus the people who continue to love the things they love, even if it's not going to be, even if they're not dreaming of being like the greatest in the world. They just love the things they love. They make them a part of their lives, and they're much happier and healthier for it. And sometimes, hey, maybe it takes off and you can make a living from it, or at least get some more income from it, or it totally changes your life randomly one day, right? Things can change on the flip of a dime. Is that a phrase? I don't remember. But yeah, it just stays with me, and it just haunts me that people will fully, like, just with this intense, like, the rationalization of not enjoying things. It's amazing. It's amazing. The idea that people are just like, I will spend the next 50 years barely enjoying myself outside of escapism. I will drink, I will go on a few vacations, I will have whatever human comforts and indulgences, but I will not enjoy beyond that. And having things that give you a deeper sense of joy or purpose or meaning are unattainable and unrealistic, and I just won't. It's incredible. It is incredible to me. And I just think, right, the being rational, the being realistic. I don't know why people think it's realistic to, or unrealistic to have a place in this world that is, a plot of land that you like. So, for example, I've recently started doing improv. I have a theater background. I haven't touched theater in years, but I'm starting to get back into it. Only done a handful of kind of improv things here and there over the years. Auditioned, got into this troupe, and it's great. And these people are wonderful and very talented. And it's interesting because some of them are in the arts full time, some of them kind of part time, some of them have totally different careers, things unrelated to the fine arts, but they have spent, the past 10-15 years, like, continually practicing this thing that they love. And I don't know why people won't consider, like, they'll only consider extremes. They're like, oh, I can't be like an Oscar-winning actor, so I'll just never do it, as opposed to, you could do local shows, like, you could take classes and do things here and there. Why wouldn't you? Another area is fitness. Like, I box and I run, I've competed in boxing. And wouldn't it be stupid to be like, oh, like, it's too late to go be some full-time pro, I'm just never going to do it? No. Like, go live your life. Go fill it with things that are good for you, that you enjoy. And then people have the audacity to be, to be jealous of people who are out there going after things they want at whatever level it may be. They have the audacity to blame circumstance or to envy, which I find repugnant and repulsive, because you really have no right. You can choose, you get to choose the things you do every day, every week, every month, every year, every decade. You don't even have to turn it around. You just have to step a little bit in a different direction. But there's that sense of responsibility, that sense of being reasonable and responsible, that really, really traps people. And I'm all for responsibility in the sense of taking care of oneself and taking care of others. But it's just interesting, using, oh, I have to pay my bills and I have to pay rent, therefore the enjoyable things do not have a seat at the table. It's just really sad. And the idea that you make your own reality, it's not even like, forget all the woo-woo like manifestation stuff. It's just that your choices add up to a life, and that life is what you call reality. And yeah, there's bigger things. That's the point I wanted to make, bigger structures, like you have to pay rent and have an internet bill and have a car, get a bus pass or whatever it is, but there's just so many ways to make money. There's so many ways to live a human life. There's just no reason to settle in anything. You're always making sacrifices. That's the thing. You may as well make sacrifices on your own terms that lead you to things that you like, as opposed to things that you think are the only way and you'll just be resentful. So yeah, I did have notes. I did not look at my notes. That's okay for now. So yeah, I invite you to look at your life and look at areas where you can reframe rationality. If it's getting in the way or preventing you from doing things that you absolutely love, or engaging with elements of life that you love, because it's not rational. You're gonna die one day. You're here for a certain amount of time. You don't owe other people fitting into their boxes. So I encourage you to reflect on that and incorporate the things you love into your life. All right, well, thanks for this rant. Thanks for sitting here with this rant. That's all this was, a very stream of consciousness, unstructured rant. And I hope this will find more people and we can all rant together. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you soon.